to the 8th edition of the SEC podcast today. I'm your host, Michael Breton. Go by SEC Mike on the Twitters. And there he is, everybody's favorite cousin Shane. What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy. What's going on, son?
Man, if anybody missed the news, just right off the top rope here, Shane, we got Ryan Silverfield. Apparently, I've called him Satterfield, Satterwhite, Satterfish, Satter F. He is the new Arkansas coach. I don't know who that is, but that's your head hog, so we'll talk about that. And then immediately after that, Alex Golish, named head coach at Auburn. We all know Alex Golish if you listen to this show. John Sumrall, my favorite coach in the world. He's the new Florida coach, Shane. And then Lane Kiffin took a big old dump on Oxford. He's on his way to LSU. And Ole Miss turned around and named Pete Golding head coach. All that's happened in about 3 hours' time. How you doing?
Could you imagine, like, you're sitting there and you're looking at your screen time. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take the day off. I'm not going to look at my phone. And then you pull up the phone and all this happened in one day. Hell, Mike, you did that emergency podcast, and I think we had 3 coaches right there in a row. So, yeah, things are moving pretty damn quick right now. Lane Kiffin's getting the hell out of Mississippi. And, by the way, we had some awesome games this weekend.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Shane, apparently we hate LSU. I don't know where that comes from.
No, we hate your coach.
Yeah, right here. Blake Ruffino. I don't even know who that guy is, but he's calling you out on his channel. You got to debate him. Master debater over here. Hey, maybe we debate him, huh?
Yeah, let's get on. Let's make it happen. A little menage a trois here. Lane Kiffin knows about it, right? That hoe bag.
But I tell you what else they know about, Shane.
Yeah.
Before we get rolling, as always, shout out presenting sponsors, MyBookie. MyBookie this football season. Go check them out, mybookie.ag with that promo code SEC. They got all kinds of promotions and bonuses there for the holiday season, so go check them out. And while you're doing it, man, while you're trying to keep up with this coaching nonsense, Shane, you're going to need you a good bottle of Tennessee Legend. You know what?
Ole Miss fans need that right about now, you know? Yeah, absolutely. If you get down to the Tennessee locations, we got 2 in Sevierville, we got 1 in Nashville. Let them know the cousin sent you. Not only going to get a discount, but you will also get a bonus gift. And if you ain't got it, if you can't get to Tennessee, you know, you can always have it shipped to your place. So be sure to check that out as well.
Oh, it hits you right where you need it, Shane. Trust me. I tell no lies on this channel. Hey, shout out Glenn Warsaw. Appreciate you, buddy. And also, Shane, talking about no lies. Before we get into the recaps here.
Yeah.
I'd like to present you with this information, the weekly pick'ems, where Shane has fallen by.
Wow. It looks worse when you look at it, you know?
This worst week yet. Shane got 5. Me and Too Slick, shout out Too Slick, got 7. So the cousins are tied with Steven. How about that? Going in to the SEC championship. I'm 3 spots back. I'm not going to catch up at this point, but Shane's right there. Just a hair behind us, but I'm sure Steven's going to be nervous now that the cousins are catching up to him. You know what?
Yeah, that looks like my golf score right there, 95. Just yeah, it's been a rough year, Mike. But again, that's why I think, you know, it's kind of nice, right? Because I'm not just doing this to do it. I'm like legitimately picking who I think is going to win these games. And, you know, it sucks when the cousins are all excited that I didn't pick their team, you know, but damn, it's just chalk it up to another season of that SEC podcast.
Mm-hmm. Well, at one team you went all in on. I begged you.
Yeah.
Begged and pleaded you, Shane. Don't get on the bandwagon. You said, I'm here, baby. You're probably off already. Is that A&M bandwagon. We both look like fools picking A&M to stay undefeated, to beat mighty Texas, Shane. But them Longhorns dominated the second half on their way to a 27-17 victory. They own A&M's ass. Elko, I don't know if you saw it, Shane. I retweeted it. our buddy Anwar over there at Orange Bloods, he put out a video of there was, of course, Mike Elko. There's a famous, we run this state or flagship or whatever. They were blasting that on the big screen after whooping their ass. So Elko having meltdowns in the post game. Close that damn door. This ain't professional. What are we doing? I mean, he was losing his cool. It's all fun and games when you diagnosing Missouri's plays and you got them figured out and you're Joe Cool over there. Not so cool when you lose the biggest game in that state for 2 years in a row.
Yes.
And now we got Texas, mighty Texas, Shane. They're back in the playoff conversation.
Yep.
And I also want to shout out, man, I've tweeted so many, I don't know if I'll literally be able to find this, but our buddy Bobby Burton.
Yeah.
Ah, here it is. I found it quickly. I'm going to show this on the screen. I just want everybody to be aware of this. And I have verified, because he's a Texas homer, right?
Yeah.
But he's a good one. He's a good egg over here. So 7 teams in the SEC, Shane, had winning records in conference play. You with me?
Yes.
So 7 elite teams, essentially. Those teams, Texas, Georgia, Bama, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Texas A&M. Of those teams, again, the 7 teams that finished the season with a winning conference record,
Yeah.
Texas went 3-1 against those 7. Georgia 2-1, Bama 2-1, Ole Miss 1-1, Oklahoma 1-2, Vanderbilt 0-2, A&M 0-1. So, hey, I'm not saying anything. You know what's kind of funny?
What?
I mean, Texas was like dead last on that list last year. But no, look at that last year. We're talking this year, buddy. We deserve in the playoff, 9-3. Let the debate begin, Shane. Had they not scheduled Ohio State, they'd be in there, which is, and they may still be in there. But thoughts on this game, thoughts on Texas?
Oh, Mike, just look at that schedule. Ohio State in, right? Oklahoma in, A&M in, Georgia in. This turned out, we joked about this team having the weakest schedule. I mean, seriously, it was a non-debate who had the weakest schedule coming into this year. And that's all we said. Other than Ohio State in that Georgia game, they should be able to go 10-2. And now we're looking at all these teams that they have played competing in the college football playoffs at the end of the season. So I could see the argument, right? I get Steve Sarkisian coming out after the game and saying, hey, we belong, right? You wanted us to play these teams. You wanted us to play Ohio State. We went up there and did it. And I joked on our emergency podcast how Hunter likes yardage. He was quick to point out they had 200 more of than Ohio State in that game. So I don't know if Texas gets in. I still feel like there needs to be a little bit of chaos here in the championship games. But going off what we saw last year, Mike, it almost feels like you can't really get penalized for losing that game. So I'm really curious if Texas is going to have a leg to stand on here. But, yeah, maybe I picked the wrong team to get on the bandwagon here at the end of the season, Mike.
Now, how about Texas A&M? Is this just a Texas issue? Or is it, maybe these haters, Shane, and they're all, man. It don't matter, your history. Literally, it's just 8-4. They have to live through 8-4. Then they got to 9-0 and 10-0, 11-0, and still we still have haters. Shane, haven't beat a good team. Need to go undefeated to make the conference championship.
Yeah.
Are we out on A&M again? Not out, but just like, are we questioning how elite this team is? They seem to have some issues throwing the football at times. What's your thoughts? And now the defense all of a sudden doesn't look so elite.
Yeah. Well, my immediate thought, we always do these lists like people we want to drink beer with, right?
Yeah.
And I think about which coach would I want to do my taxes. You know who that is? Mike Elko. Why? Because he's the smartest coach that's in this conference. And maybe, just maybe, he didn't want to play in the SEC championship. So, I mean, people are asking, right? What is the benefit to going over there and play them Georgia Bulldogs when you got a shot to have home field advantage and potentially a bye week? So I don't know if that happens, but Yeah, maybe Elko's playing chess while everybody's playing checkers.
Ooh, yeah. Let me ask you this, Shane. Would you rather play in the playoff of Kyle Field, or would you rather play in the damn Cotton Bowl? You know what I mean? Give me Kyle Field. You know what?
Exactly. Give me Kyle Field. Let's bring this thing back home. And guess who we won't have to play? Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. All right. And just, again, second half dominated by Texas 24-7. And what really killed A&M, 3 of 5 in the red zone. Texas was 2 for 2. Yeah, you got to cash in down there, but maybe better luck next year. You know what?
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, obviously there were some mistakes on both sides of football, right? I do like the fact that, sure, Texas got that big run, and I felt like that kind of opened the thing up a little bit. But all in all, I was still impressed with A&M defense. I still feel like that's a unit that can compete in the college football playoffs. But obviously, it was the mistakes, and I don't know. It feels like Reed. Every time there's like a big mistake, he's trying to catch up to it, and it's like you got to calm him down a little bit. And how you do that, you get this running game going, which they had a tough time doing. So I feel like you find a little balance, you'll be all right, and you may have a little time to do that now.
All right, Shane, we got a lot to cover, so let's go to, how about the Iron Bowl, buddy? Man, what a game. We literally went down to the wire. Bama wins it 27-20. And, man, you tell me, Shane, if maybe I'm just a little crazy out here, but I'm still trying to figure out this late in the game situation. Anybody that missed it, Alabama had the football. The game's tied.
Mm-hmm.
4th down at the 6-yard line.
Yep.
3:50 left in the game. Again, 3:50 left in the game. Scores tied, 4th down. And DeBoer goes for it from the 6. Now, again, they score the touchdown. They win the game. He's a damn hero.
All right.
Yeah, they win the game with a field goal. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell, why that was, being lauded as such a genius move. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But Cam Coleman fumbled there at the end. That was heartbreaker. Auburn had 2 turnovers. Bama was great in the red zone, 4 for 4 for 24 points. Auburn 2 for 2 in the red zone for 10 points. And one guy I did want to shout out, Shane.
Yeah.
Which this guy got annihilated, right? We forget all this because of all these games and everything that happened. Do you remember week 1 when Alabama got destroyed by Florida State? It was that safety, Bray Hubbard, that just, there was clips of him. Shout out, I think it was the Brooks Austin film guy, which, again, he didn't do him dirty. He literally said, look at this guy, look at the effort. And it was, again, that was fair to criticize, right? But that could have been his lasting legacy. That could have been that man's final memory. No, he got better and better. He had an interception in this game. He was the one that forced the fumble late in the game, and Cam Coleman. So I just wanted to shout out Bray Hubbard, who, again, his legacy could have been, remember that sorry-ass effort week 1 and most humiliating loss of the season? Now he's a damn hero of the Iron Bowl. So gutsy performance from Alabama.
Yeah.
It seemed like Auburn was, for much of the game, was not going to be able to compete, but then they got hot in the second half.
Yeah.
Made this a ball game, so credit to them. I thought they played their ass off here in the second half, and really statistically dominated the thing. But again, the 2 turnovers, there was a lot of, Shane, they almost had about 5 turnovers. They were dropping balls. They were this, that, the other. It was just when the turnovers happened, you were like, well, that was bound to happen the way they were playing.
Yeah.
But really, in the second half, they dominated this football game.
Yeah, and I do wonder, like, how bad? Let me rephrase this. If Daniels didn't sit out last week, do you think this would have been a different score?
Ooh, like maybe he just get a little bit more reps back in?
Yeah, because you said it. I felt like Auburn kind of came alive there in the second half. Daniels was real sluggish. This offense was just, it was just petering out multiple times. And I just couldn't help but wonder if he would have, I know he was trying to save a year, but it just feels like they may have lost that game because of it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting this on Daniel's shoulders. I feel like Auburn came to fight, right? The fans came to fight. This was a great football game. In fact, I thought there for a moment when it was 17-0 and they're going for it 4th down, I was like, this is the ball game. They don't get this 4th down. I said, this thing is completely over. Alabama's running away with it. So kudos to a team that lost their head coach that still had this much fight. And part of the reason why maybe Golesh wants to be a part of this organization, because that's what they do down there. But, I just couldn't help but wonder if Daniels didn't sit, that this may have been a different score.
Yeah, no, I think that's an absolute fair question. Any concerns, Shane? Again, I know this is a heated rivalry. It's on the road. Any concerns? Let's overlook the 56-0 Eastern. I mean, that team is a joke. But Oklahoma was a loss. LSU was shaky.
Yeah.
South Carolina nearly beat you. I say all that to say, Bama, they go into the SEC championship. They're the number 1 seed in the Southeastern Conference. They look to be a playoff lock, right? But
yeah,
with this field, Shane, I see it. The question in the comments, been seeing people discuss this. If Alabama loses to Georgia and finishes 10-3,
yeah,
is there any shot they don't make the playoff? And we have, I believe, 6 teams in the Southeastern Conference, Shane, that are 11-1 or 10-2. So
I know.
Again, they're playing in the SEC championship. I don't think we should really dock them, but
it's a slippery slope, right? Pandora's box. And I just feel like the conversations that this committee had last year feels like it puts some safety bumpers on the championship games, because it may affect a Big Ten team. It may affect an ACC team. It almost feels like you do it now, you got to do it every single time. And then the conversation, you remember all this stems around money, right? I know Kirby Smart comes out here and he loves this SEC championship, but we're doing it because of money. We're doing it because of Disney. And I feel like if there's anything that's going to dock this game in the future, they're going to be against it. So the narrative may be, yeah, once you're in a championship game, you're safe. And should it be that way? No. But will it be that way? Probably.
And would this even be a question if Nick Saban was still the coach?
No.
They'd be like, we get Saban in the playoffs. I don't care what happens,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I do wonder, man, you mentioned that 4th down. I mean, there were some things that could have happened in that game. The Iron Bowl could have went the other way, and I'm a little worried when things aren't going smooth. It feels like Alabama panics a little bit, and mainly Coach DeBoer. He feels like he clams up and he's a chart guy all of a sudden. Like, hey, what does the chart say? Right. That's what I need to do. So I'm just curious what that looks like in the playoffs moving forward.
And it does concern me, Shane. I don't know if it concerns you, but it concerns me that in a lot of these crucial situations, we've seen it against Oklahoma, we've seen it against other LSU even, where we can't simply line up and beat someone. Now, again, credit to the coaches, credit to the players, but we have to get tricky. There's all kinds of it's like they have to out fool you.
Yeah.
Now, that's a credit to their coaching staff because they're getting it done more often than not. But if you can't line up in a playoff and pick up 2 yards on the ground to win a game, that is very concerning for Alabama.
It's like, 2 things in Alabama you were never going to see: alternate uniforms and gimmick plays, And now that we're doing the gimmick plays, it's like, are we changing the uniforms next year? Because I think it's about time, right?
Well, I'll tell you where they really need some changes, Shane.
Where's that?
Good old Rocky Top, because Vanderbilt coming there, Shane, and blew the doors off them Tennessee Vols, 45-24. Diego Pavia still scoring touchdowns here on Sunday, Shane, because Vanderbilt rushed for 314 yards to the Vols 83. Remember when Josh Heupel could run the football? Remember that? Was that fun? Vanderbilt, 9 yards per play. Tennessee, 5. And Vanderbilt had 2 turnovers. Tennessee had none, Shane. If I told you the score is 45-24, you would have said, well, hell, what, did Tennessee have 8 turnovers? No, Tennessee had 0 turnovers. Vanderbilt was the one screwing up, but they overcame it. They did. Speaking of domination in the second half, Shane, 24-3 was the second half scoring. Vanderbilt, of course, got the advantage, 24-3. That was huge. Heupel, no answers here. If they didn't have like the deep bomb, they had virtually nothing. Defense, we're getting memes where people are throwing Banks out of the coaching box. I mean, this was just a calamity. 8-4 Tennessee, but based on the reaction, you think they went 4-8?
Crown them. The more I think about it, maybe they are the best team in the country. I've had some time. I've had some time to think about this one, Mike, and obviously I was very emotional. If you haven't seen the Emergency Podcast, it's up there somewhere. And I feel like at the end of the day, offense in that first half did what it was supposed to, right? And you think about the defense. I feel like the 2 turnovers, 12 of 19 on third down efficiency. I gave you those top numbers. You're like, hey, Tennessee ran away with this one. But they didn't. They didn't. Why? Because I think arguably the guy that should be hoisting the Heisman Trophy at the end of the year, Diego Pavia, did exactly what he said he was going to do. He Babe Ruth us, man. He pointed that damn stick at the wall and said, hey, I'm going over. And by God, he did. Now, they celebrate. Them Pavias, they celebrate a little too much, got them in a little trouble. But at the end of the day, man, I got nothing. I got nothing because unless we do something on defense, coaching-wise, player-wise, Tennessee's going to be – have we hit our ceiling? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is this it? Are we always going to be a fringe playoff team, but when we get in, we're going to get our ass handed to us? That's kind of where I feel right now, unless we make some pretty drastic changes on that side of the football.
Well, 2 things can be true, Shane, right? But I'm just wondering what is more accurate. So Tennessee, if you look at who they lost to, Georgia, Bama, Oklahoma, playoff. Vanderbilt, arguably, we could say should be in the playoff. Hopefully they make it. They may not. But again, all your losses are playoffs, so it's not like you're losing a bunch of sorry teams out here.
Mm-hmm.
But you could also say, I don't think they beat a team with a winning record either. So, but again, which statistic kind of outlines who Tennessee is this year? Lost to the playoff teams or couldn't beat a team with a winning record?
Well, playoff teams, of course, Mike. But I did see that there was a tweet out there, and I didn't think about it. But, yes, Tennessee hasn't beaten anybody with a winning record or something like that. There was some weird stat, and you are correct. But, Oklahoma, you do look at the playoff teams, right? Could we have beaten Oklahoma? I think so, right? I feel like we could have beaten Georgia. Right. Yeah. A field goal, you're right there at it.
Bama, the pick 6 on the damn goal line. That was a backbreaker.
Again, I feel like moving forward in this day and age in the SEC football, it's going to come down to a few moments, and either you got it or you don't. And if you don't, you're going to look like a loser. So Tennessee looks like a loser this year.
Well, hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because I think I know the answer is what I'm asking you. If I say you have to bet your life, buddy,
mm-hmm.
the worst whooping Tennessee's going to get this year, it ain't going to be Georgia. It ain't going to be Bama. It's not even going to be a pesky Oklahoma team that no one saw coming. It's going to be Vanderbilt. Would you bet your life that happened?
Hell yeah, Mike. I told you Vanderbilt wasn't going to win more than 4 games, and look at us, Do you got to pull up that cousin stat? Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the list because I have no idea, apparently. So, yeah. No, that one I definitely didn't see. In fact, I would have said Florida, right? I would even have said Syracuse before I would have said Vanderbilt. So the fact that this happened, shout out to Coach Lee, man, doing something special over there. And I feel like, man, I've talked about this for a long time, about that sleeping giant over in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. And
you got to be careful because a program like this with all that money picks up momentum. They could be here for a while, right? It's like why they tell you don't smoke in the national park, and you throw that you need to get that ass put out, you know what I'm saying? Or next thing you're going to have a wildfire.
Right, 5-star quarterbacks. He's making his decision this week. Jared Curtis.
Yeah.
Georgia signing #1 quarterback prospect in the country. Many people are picking them to flip to Vanderbilt. So again, we'll see. But so 10-2, does Vanderbilt not are they getting in, but should Vanderbilt get in at 10-2?
I think they should. And the only reason I'm saying that, Mike, is obviously you see Texas 3-point game, but watch the game. I think some fluky things happened early in that one that made that that I'm not saying Texas wouldn't have won that game. I'm just saying it should have been more of a ball game throughout the entire thing, but they jumped on them. And Bama, I felt like there was a few mistakes. Both of these are on the road. They're two teams that are fighting for a playoff spot themselves. So, yeah, I feel like Vanderbilt should definitely be in the mix. I mean, this win against Tennessee on the road, that's not it. It's a number 19 team in the country, and you just come out here and beat us by 3 scores.
Right. Pavia for Heisman, Shane. Been saying it.
Yeah, crown him. I
Maybe you leave the family outside the ceremony. You can bring the mom, but maybe not
the
rest of the crew.
And can we put it at noon, so nobody's been partying all day?
I kid. Hey, you know what else I joke about, Shane?
What's that, brother?
Oh, man, the offense in this damn game. Oklahoma beat LSU 17-3 in a game Oklahoma had to get. So credit to them for getting it done. But, man, this was ugly. This was like one where you thought LSU's got nothing to play for, right? But instead, it seemed like they were the team that had something to play for. Meanwhile, Oklahoma, I guess, was a little tight. They actually dominated in yardage, but again, yardage that's not a very good statistic to go off of these days. It's all about efficiencies, and that's why we highlight those things. But 3 turnovers by John Mateer. It was almost like he could have got benched at one point in time, but the team believes in him. They made enough plays. Defense is stellar. LSU's got a defense of themselves, but man, this was a close one, Shane. Too close for comfort. But hey, they don't care how you get it. Those grimy bastards, they just care you keep on winning. And Oklahoma's laughing all the way to the college football playoff and hopefully a home game.
You just can't kill them. And that's what he said. You just can't kill them. So, yeah, the roaches of the SEC, they just won't die, Mike. And who cares? Just keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? I told you this the other day. I said, I don't care if this is if we have the ugliest wins of everybody, as long as it happens every single week till the national championship. So if we got to be the worst national champ, I don't care. I'm putting that trophy with the other one. So, yeah, I think this is a team that obviously battle-tested. I think also they had – man, there were some moments, man. LSU, I still can't wrap my head around how bad this offense is. I mean, you gift wrapped an interception and then you throw one yourself, right? I mean, they had 3 interceptions and they still could only muster 13 points in this damn game. To go from that to Lane Kiffin, man, I don't think anybody deserves a Christmas present because they done got it all. You know what I'm saying? They need to take the money they would have spent on Christmas and put it to the NIL and let's make this thing work. So, and until then, Sooners, enjoy the trip. You deserve it. I told you Oklahoma had the toughest schedule in the country. We made conversations about why a 9-3 Oklahoma should get in. 10-2, unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look up the dates here. It looks like it's December 19th, December 20th.
Yeah.
Those will be the playoff. So the playoffs start the 19th to 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So Oklahoma won't have a game until then.
Yeah.
And that's great news because they need to rest up. They got so many guys banged up, particularly on the offensive line and at running back. And who knows, Shane, again, maybe that'll really help correct things on the offensive side of the football because they desperately need it. But they don't need Joe Burrow 2019 offense out here. We just need give us 7 more points per game and we could beat anybody we're facing. You know what?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's so fun. It's almost funny. I mean, I'm watching. The kicker literally saved Oklahoma's life. Barry and Brown, like, it's all said and done, which I'm surprised, as well as LSU's playing, that they leave Satania, of all people, wide open. That blew my mind. But it's almost felt a little rigged there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit, we got to let them score here. But Barry and Brown coming around the edge, I thought he was gone. And shout out to old Daisy Duke stretching out and getting that tackle, man, because if he didn't, I feel like we'd be singing a different tune on this show.
Old Daisy Duke. Well, I'll tell you what, Shane, with all these games coming up, we got bowl games, we got playoff games.
Yeah.
You probably don't have your tickets yet, do you?
No.
Go check them out over at SeatGeek.com or download the SeatGeek app and use the promo code SEC10 to get you some tickets. Shane, we're going to have to be doing this here in a minute probably.
Yeah.
Because we're going down to the SEC Championship. They don't let us in the building. We got to pay our own way just like the rest of y'all. So I'm going to be using SeatGeek, promo code SEC10 to get my SEC Championship game tickets this weekend. And, of course, it's not just sports. It's concerts and performances, and not just college football, NFL, basketball, whatever you're into, they got you covered over at SeatGeek. So go check them out, SeatGeek. And most importantly, don't forget that promo code SEC10 to get 10% off your order. You know what?
Make sure we're near those concession stands. Hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully we'll see some cousins while we're down there. We're going to be checking in Friday, so we'll be there Friday night and Saturday all day. So if you've not been there, I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but that fanfare is pretty damn cool too. So hopefully we'll jump into some cousins there, or run into some cousins.
Yeah, we need to organize a little event. You know what?
Yeah. Near, I don't know, wherever beer's at. You pick the spot, I'll be there. I like that one place we went to. What was it called? Do you remember? Rusty was there with the dogs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the name of it.
Yeah, it was a good beer spot. We'll
All right.
find it. We'll let you know.
Speaking of feasting, Shane.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't really want to talk about this. We don't have to spend a ton of time, but there's bigger things going on in Oxford. But hey, there's still Egg Bowl championship, 38-19 over those pesky Budo, Shane. Man, how about old Trinidad? I thought this was going to be a run game. No, sir, says Trinidad. I'm going to throw for 359, 4 tutties on him. Now, shout out Lacey. He did get 143 on the ground, but Ole Miss really consistent in this football game, scored in every quarter and made quick work of a Mississippi State team that was intent on pulling an upset and getting to a bowl game themselves. But no, sir, Ole Miss dominated this series once again. They're off to the college football playoff at 11-1. Tough year. Now, again, Mississippi State, you tell them in the preseason they're going to win 5 games, they probably take it. It's massive improvement from the 2-10 season, but still, a bowl trip was kind of what we were shooting for. So ultimately, pretty disappointing. But I loved what I saw from the freshman quarterback, Kamario Taylor. Yeah. He looked. He was rushed for 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shane, 178 passing yards. He looks like a hell of a bright spot next season for Mississippi State and Jeff Lebby. But the story of the day, once again, was them Ole Miss Rebels dominating the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. I felt like Taylor. Hopefully, you don't go to LSU. Sorry, too soon. I felt like, seriously, that was the bright spot. Lebby was asked after the game. I mean, point blank. The media don't mess around over at Starkville. They said, hey, what are we doing with defense, right? How are we going to fix this? And I feel like that's got to be a big, big push here this offseason, is getting that right, because Lebby's shown us that with enough time, enough talent, he can do stuff on the offensive side of that football. And so I know it's not been pretty, but I do see a little light at the end of the tunnel, just depending on what Lebby does as far as coaching staff. As far as Ole Miss, wow, right? I honestly, I thought the noise, I picked an upset here in this game. I couldn't be more wrong on this one, brother, because Ole Miss looks like a college football playoff team. They played like one in this game. Mississippi State at home has given a lot of programs fit. Not this time, even with the noise of Lane Kiffin. I'm telling you, man, they're kind of like I'm not saying I'm on the band. Calm down, Ole Miss fans. I'm not on the bandwagon, but I'm secretly pushing for you because there would be nothing sweeter than Ole Miss winning a national championship without their coach Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, they're kind of like America's team now. You know what?
Yeah, they really are, man.
You think there's Mississippi State fans that are secretly rooting for them, or probably not? Huh?
No, hell no.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Well, I'll tell you who a lot of people be rooting for, Shane.
Who's that, my friend?
Even this Saturday, go Dogs! Advancing thanks to A&M's loss to the SEC championship. Georgia beats Georgia Tech 16-9 in a little bit of a baseball game here. Gunnar Stockton is probably not going to win the Heisman now, Shane. 70 passing yards in this one. He had a turnover. This was a sloppy game, but Georgia dominated the ground game 190-69. This was, again, not the most pretty game, but Georgia did execute in the red zone 3 of 3 for 13 points. Georgia Tech only made one red zone trip, and they got nothing but 3 points down there. So pretty ugly football game, but Georgia, they can win any style, Shane. High scoring, low scoring, offense, defense. Kirby gonna get it done, and now they're marching on to the SEC championship.
It kind of feels like that, right? Like Kirby says, "What game we playing? You want a shootout? We'll do a shootout, but I'll barely beat you. You know, you want to play close? Let's play close. I'll barely beat you." And honestly, man, I was just a little frustrated with this one because I really thought, Kirby coming out with the suit and the readers on. I was like, golly, somebody's about to get destroyed here. He's about to whoop up on these nerds. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. In fact, that second half, it kind of surprised me. We go 3 and out, then we get the pick, and then we go 3 out. And again, it's just, that's not Georgia. Georgia should have been up 2 scores after that, and or at least 3. I think 3 scores. I felt like that's when they should have really opened this thing up. But shout out to Georgia Tech. Haynes, I think we've seen him for the last time, right? Unless he's on this lawsuit, Pavia. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him fighting like an animal. I mean, these guys, Georgia Tech, they had some fight in them, but it was clear as day who the better and more physical football team was.
Yeah, Haynes King. He's been in here. He's been coaching. He's been playing since Jimbo days, right?
Yeah, really. I remember when Jimbo was so excited about getting Haynes. You remember that? He's like, "We got our boy," you know.
You know where his backup was? Do you have any idea?
Calzada?
Or I'm sorry, his backup school for Haynes King.
No.
Tennessee.
Oh.
The coach was Pruitt.
Damn, Pruitt can't do nothing right.
Pruitt would have ruined him, Yeah. Would have turned him into a safety or something.
He's probably like texting the wrong number, Still got an Android. Great. That's what it was. Hayes like, if I got to answer one of these green bubbles one more time, I'm out.
Well, speaking of what's out, Shade, offense for Missouri's passing game, at least, as they beat the Razorbacks 31-17. Speak of ugly, Missouri had 25 passing yards, Shane, 25 passing yards, and still won the game. A little bit easier to do when you rush for 322, though. Arkansas limited to 61. Arkansas was juggling quarterbacks. That was kind of interesting. I thought KJ Jackson, he played solid. Taylor Green, I don't know what he was in there doing, but Hardy 157, Jamal Roberts 100 on the ground. Bo Prabula breaking out some big runs, Shane. They scored in 3 plays, went the length of the field, and it was just one of them days for the Hogs where you knew they were going to be competitive, but you knew they were not going to do anything in the end. They weren't going to make the plays to win the game because that's just not quite who they are. And you know who I really felt bad for, Shane?
Who's that?
The seniors for Arkansas. Yeah. Anybody that saw it, they honor the seniors, and damn, it's a nice facility. It's when it's compact, when it's full, it's a great scene. I don't think there was 5,000 people in the stands for this game, and I don't blame them. It's not like the product they should be coming out for, and the weather was a disaster. But the guys that gave it all for Arkansas, and then they get no fanfare on their way out. You know what?
Yeah. There's been some there for 5 years,
Right.
And, I'm right there with you. I get that. I feel like you should show up. This isn't Arkansas. This ain't Arkansas PB or something. This is your rival, and I would have liked to have seen more people showing up for sure, because it was a fun game last year. I keep going back to how exciting that one was in the snow. Clearly, they're never going to have nice weather in this game. So, and shout out to Arkansas. I mean, another close one, right? I know the scoreboard doesn't look like it, but up to 8 minutes, this was a one-score game, and Arkansas fumbles another one. I saw Drink looking out, tracking down Talon Green at the end of the game, and telling him how much he respected him and everything. So I like that little rival there. But at the end of the day, Mizzou, even though they made those mistakes, they did just enough to keep winning this game, right? It's almost like they said, you know what, we can run on these guys all day long, and that's exactly what they did.
And I don't mean to mock. I truly don't mean to mock, but you remember, Shane, when we were 2-0, and we had fans who were like, buddy, if we can get over Ole Miss, 5-0, I mean, it's happening, right? And we were like, hell yeah. I mean, all you got to do, and hell, they almost beat Ole Miss. They almost beat Memphis. Should have beat Memphis. And then it all obviously went downhill. But
who's Memphis's coach? What's funny about that game? I couldn't help but think about this, Mike. You remember when we watched that Arkansas-Memphis game, which was it was terrible, but we were constantly reminded that Memphis is probably going to go to the college football playoffs. You remember that? And I wonder if Hunter just like subliminally is like, hey, we got a college football playoff coach here, because I heard it 50 times during that game.
But now I'm thinking about, losing 10 in a row, and then you're getting excited for a new coach.
Yeah.
I can see why the fans are upset. And for anybody that missed it, did you see they had a little bit of like a rally out there? And there was about 20 sad
Not enough.
Razorback fans.
Not enough. You can't get them to show up to that game. You sure as hell ain't going to get them get out there and protest. But I do feel bad because you put your hat in the race before everybody. And it almost felt like we're scrambling at the end. That's a shout out to your athletic director, right? Mm-hmm. That hey, he's more worried about. It sounds like he's more worried about college football playoffs and fundraising for other sports, but football is going to the wayside, and it's embarrassing. And I feel like Golish, if that was your guy, I felt like Arkansas could have got him. Hell, his wife's from over there. Yeah. He was right.
We were
there,
giving him
man.
Nicknames.
God, yeah, nicknames. I mean,
the Russian boar.
He was going to transform that team. So I just hate it for them, because a lot of bad things went against them this year. 10 games in a row. 10 games in a row.
That's pathetic. You know what? You know what else is pathetic?
What?
Losing 41-0 to your rival.
I thought last year was bad. They doubled down.
I couldn't believe, Shane, you picked Kentucky to win this damn game. I mean, they are the worst team far and away in the Southeastern Conference. Shout out Cutter. Man, he doesn't look very good on the road. 107 passing yards, 2 picks. Kentucky got outrushed 258-40. And again, I mean, this was just a complete travesty. They quit on the team. And now, I mean, I don't see any way you're bringing back Stoops after you're getting your ass hammered to you by Vanderbilt. Again, Vanderbilt's a good team, but that was, again, the same deal, Shane, that fair or not, Florida fans are never going to accept getting punked by Kentucky. Kentucky fans are never going to get accepting of getting destroyed by Vanderbilt. That's just the way it is. And that's what happened. And then you got at least your rival, which like your coach, the one thing he's got to hang his hat on is he owns Louisville.
Yeah.
Well, he sure as hell doesn't the last 2 years. So, and then I don't know if you saw it after the game, but first question, are you going to quit? He just laughing. He's laughing. I got $30-something million coming to me. I'm not walking away from it. So it's almost like a guy's coaching to get fired. You know what?
Yeah. Like, yeah, he's there. He's not going anywhere, and he's going to do just enough, right? It's like You know what I'm saying? When they told all these folks they could go home and work from the house, that's where he's at. No pants. He don't care, man. He doesn't care. He's Googling apps that can keep his computer moving so that he doesn't get in trouble. So, yeah, that's where Coach Stoops is right now, and he ain't going nowhere. So, yeah, it sucks, but they made the bed. Barnhart made this bed. They can't get out of it unless they pony up, and I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. But and where they may have to be doing it soon, Shane.
Yeah,
I kind of hope not because I like this guy. But Clemson, Shane. Oh, damn it! I didn't have the guts to pick them. I knew they were going to win this game, but we'll never pick Clemson to win a football game because South Carolina disappoints yet again. And they had some opportunities in this one.
Yep.
Sellers threw for 381 yards, some massive touchdowns way down the field. Harbor had 115. Vanderis Jacobs had 141. I mean, they were high-flying. Couldn't run the football, but they were high-flying, Shane. They were scoring points. And then at the end of the game, anybody that missed it, Sellers threw a pick six. That wasn't entirely his fault. Receiver hit the damn receiver in the hands. It went flying in the air, and Clemson returned it, and that was basically all she wrote. I thought the Clemson quarterback, again, he's nothing special, but he had a decent game in this one. So their running back had 102 yards, but man, what a disappointing close to the season, and really this is going to be a disappointing season anyway. But beating Clemson would have done something for goodwill, and then that went out the window.
I think at some point you just say, Nick, go deep, right? I'm surprised we didn't see more of that this year. And I know people are anticipating it or whatever, but I don't know, man. It just felt like we had, a couple explosive plays and that was it. And if it wasn't that, there was absolutely, again, nothing on offense. We've kind of reverted back to where we were before the A&M game. And I mean, there's nothing here for me, man. The defense did enough. I mean, we're six. It's a 6-point game all the way into the fourth quarter, and I think they gave at that time Clemson 20 points, and you had shots, but we have nothing on offense. And Lenore's, if Sellers can't get it, they ain't getting it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it after the game, Shane, but post game, Beamer was asked, "Hey, Sellers, is he coming back?" And he said, You got to ask Lenore's.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not worried about that. I'm not talking about that. So didn't exactly inspire confidence that the quarterback's return. Now, he may very well, but that's basically he put it off on the quarterback to go ask him.
And he kind of hawed too, I don't know if you saw him getting asked. So,
No.
Yeah. Let's just say he's going to take a few calls probably,
Well, who's taking calls right now, Shay? That would be none other than them Florida Gators, because they whooped Florida State. How in the hell, Shane, Florida State is keeping this Florida State bozo coach? I don't know, but hey, that's great news for the rest of us because he'll keep screwing up, because the interim Billy Gonzalez whooped Norvell's ass 40-21. What a game here. DJ Lagway, 3 touchdowns. Jaden Ball, 266 rushing yards. Shane, 266, I say again, on 38 carries, 2 touchdowns. He was a beast. That's got to be job number 1 by John Summerall. Keep Jaden Ball in town. Complete domination of your rival here. And, man, this was pretty. I'm sorry I doubted you, Gators. I thought you gave up on the season, but they still had enough in the tank to beat the sorry-ass Seminoles.
No, I can't believe Norvell's still there. I mean, if I were a gambling man, I would say he would have been the first Florida coach fired. But yeah, I mean, this, that saying, run the damn ball, he was holding a sign that said his name, said run the damn ball. And we've been trying to tell you all year that this could it's funny how we're sitting here and we're talking about Hardy and Lacey and all these guys, but we forget coming into the season, Ball was my guy. Ball was the one that I thought was going to run this league. And they did not give him the ball. And when they do, he gets over 200 yards. And I know he needed some help around him, but yeah, it was good. It was good for them Gator fans that showed up. It was good for the seniors that came out. I don't know if you got to see that. It's always nice when the seniors kind of get one, because there's a few guys that stuck in there with Billy Napier, and it felt like this moment was more about them.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's nice to have good things, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah.
And then hey, I do want to make this note, because I had this wrong, Shane. They changed these damn rules so quick. Mm-hmm. Good news, I think, for all these new hires. Shout out, I'm trying to find the tweet so I can get it exactly right. But our buddy Nathan King, yeah, here we go. He covers Auburn for 24/7 Sports.
Yeah.
So the rule, it was my understanding, Shane, when a new coach gets hired, so we just had all these coaches hired.
Yeah.
The players can jump in the portal in 5 days. Mm-hmm. That's not correct. So, I think that was the rule. Here's exactly what he says. Clarification on the transfer window. It does not trigger in 5 days. That initial rule change was later altered. See how they change all this shit? Since Auburn made a hire before the January 2nd portal window, there is no additional window. So that means that these new coaches it's November 30th as we're recording.
Yeah.
They get until January 2nd to evaluate the roster, see what players want to stay, want to go. Now, these players can all jump in the portal.
Yeah.
January 2nd. So I think that's good all the way around. Again, where the players, let's say let's just use Lane Kiffin as an example. You don't want to play for Lane Kiffin. That's fine. You got the portal upcoming. But if you wanted to jump in the portal today or 5 days or whatever, you can't even go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, you might as well wait for the portal window to essentially open. So I just think I didn't know that was a rule, but I just wanted to clarify for that. So all the coaches, not just Auburn, or they have until January 2nd to meet with the players. Man,
it's a month, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? They may fall in love with John Summerall. They may fall in love with who's that guy? Silver Tongue?
Silver Tongue. So we've got, Shade, Georgia, Bama in the SEC championship. What do you think the opening line is?
Give me Georgia -4.
2.5. And Bama owns Georgia and Kirby Smart. I don't know if you know that.
Hookem says Silverado.
Hey, but I think you also wanted to grade the coaches, right? Is that what you said, or just the fits?
Yeah, it's the fits for me, man. Golish. The reason I love the Golish hire is not because I've been secretly pushing this guy forever. It's just the weapons, man. If he can retain some of that youth that's on that roster, that one could be really exciting. Especially, I think it's important. Not necessarily everything, but if you could keep DJ as well, man, you talk about the ultimate home run, that would be the scenario. Second, I would go Lane Kiffin. Obviously, that's just going to be that one will just be obvious because we've seen the worst LSU offense that I've ever seen. And so any life on that side of the football, you're going to give the coach credit. But if you could keep Baker because of what he was able to do on defense, that could also be the number one. So they're kind of both there. Summerall would be my third, if I were being honest. And the other two just feel like desperate hires. I don't know what Ole Miss deal is. I don't know if the numbers have come out on that, but I wouldn't imagine that's an extremely long contract. But it is something that is needed now to get them through the college football playoffs, to keep this team at least a little bit of normalcy. I feel like that's important, and they're fighting for each other. So I like that one, and then Arkansas would be the last one. That's just kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, I just don't really know what Ole Miss could have done because this got dragged out. And then, again, it was just weird how it all took place, right? Arkansas has a hire, Auburn has a hire, Florida has a hire. And then we're literally still kind of trying to figure out LSU and Kiffin. And, had they, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason these teams fire the coaches so they can get all their ducks in a row so they can make these hires. And I think it really fucked Ole Miss, that they just the calendar and how things played out. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, what other alternative do you have?
No, you don't. Yeah, it just they did the best they can with what they had, right? One that initially I didn't feel great about, but the more I think about it, I feel like it's going to be awesome. Is John Summerall.
Yeah,
and he's a football guy, right? He's one of these that. You see Elko bitching you see Kirby Smart talk about we don't run. We're soft. That's what you're getting with John Summerall. This is a tough-nosed guy, very emotional, and he's one of those that if Gators catch fire, man, golly, he could build something freaking special down there. So if you hate the Gators, just pray it doesn't work.
You know who does work for us, though, Shane?
What's that?
Cousin Glenn Warsaw.
There
we appreciate you, buddy. He gifted a membership to Chris Walker. And then the legend, JR, done it again.
Legend. Cousin JR has done it again.
He gifted Dustin Hale. And then we also had Joshua Moore. Joshua, appreciate you.
Thank you, cuz.
Oh, I missed Shin. I apologize, Shin. Jason NR. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Shin gifted 5 memberships.
Doggy.
All of y'all, welcome
to the family.
Well, I appreciate you, Trey, all day. Love the show. Love the cuzzos. Go Dogs.
All day, Trey. Thank you, cuz.
Pay 5 says Mizzou 8-4, win a bowl game 9-4. Next year could have been worse. Should have been better. Yet go portal shopping. Quarterback, kicker. Let me ask you that with Mizzou, because that's a fascinating decision going into maybe not even the offseason, the bowl game, Shane.
Yeah.
They can't throw the damn ball. They couldn't really do anything against Vanderbilt. I mean, Auburn was ugly, but at least they put up 23 points.
Right.
Vanderbilt was awful. A&M was largely awful. Mississippi State, you ran all over them. Special teams. Oklahoma was awful. Arkansas was awful. What do we do here? A, with offensive coordinator Kirby Moore, and B, quarterback. We got a bowl game coming up. Do we turn it over to Zollers, the true freshman? Do we stay loyal to Bo Prabula? I think that's a big storyline for Missouri.
Man, I thought we had something here, Mike. Somebody tweeted out, but I think that's all these fake fucking people. Mark Stoops is not fired right now. So, all right. Do not buy it. Nobody credible. Here's the thing with Mizzou, Mike, and I feel like you kind of – this is a team that can – now that Lane Kiffin is kind of out of the Ole Miss situation, I'm curious. I mean, they're still going to have money down there, and they're still going to flip a lot of people to Louisiana. But I feel like this is one of those teams that may have the most flips during this transfer portal. They're going to lose some dudes, but I feel like this is a checkbook open, and we're gonna build this roster real quick. So I don't know if you're building let me ask you this, Mike. Do you feel like they're going to go after a quarterback
at Missouri?
Yeah.
No, because I think they believe in Zollers.
Okay. Yeah. Do you build around?
But maybe they believe in Bo.
Yeah. Just leave it. Let. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm asking you. I mean, what about for the bowl game? What do you do for the bowl game? Did you start
Zollers, without a doubt.
And what if he's a complete bust in the bowl game?
We'll move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say completely move on, but I feel like
competition.
We search a little harder for competition in the offseason. Yeah. Because he'll have time.
Is that better than bringing back Bo? Year 2.
I don't know. I never felt it. I
felt it. You get
week one,
Kansas.
Yeah. Okay, after
it looked like $1 million.
Yeah, after that,
I think Alabama's when he kind of got exposed. That's a strong word. His his true attributes were revealed.
Yeah. But I feel like Zollers has a better arm. I feel like his ceiling's a lot higher. You know, the benefit to having a bowl game, even though you don't want to hear it, is it's extra practice, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that practice, those reps are extremely valuable for a potential starting quarterback next year. And as much as I like Bo, let's rest that ankle. Let's help him to his next spot. But I'm rolling with Zollers.
Yeah, I think so. Shout out, Ben. Appreciate you. Punch that like, subscribe, cousins.
Thanks,
Spencer. I was at the OU game. Boomer. But that offense was ugly and that defense was grabby.
Them grimy bastards. I love it.
Shout out, Derrick Henry. We move forward. Beat the hell out of the playoff.
Come on.
Jerry Pickle. Brandon, we appreciate you. I love the hire. My Tigers are about to take over the next few years. By the way, I know you guys are not LSU haters. Thank you, Brandon.
Shit, I picked him to. Didn't I pick him to win or get to the playoffs? I can't remember.
You had him as a playoff team.
Yeah.
I had him win the. I mean, it's crazy how people forget. I had him, and I was way off, by the way. But the Jaden Daniels Heisman year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this. That was my pick preseason. I picked him to win the national championship.
But we hate LSU.
And they had the offense to do it. Their defense was dog shit.
I'll be honest with you. I hate LSU this year. I mean, have you watched any of their? I hate watching the games.
Yeah.
That's sad. You know, I'm not a diehard Tiger. I mean, everybody knows that. But I have to talk about these games, and it was one of the worst ones I looked forward to, right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's going to be like a 14-9 game. And feel like I'm back in the 80s watching them Jeff County Patriots run the veer, you know?
Hey, shout out Joshua Moore. Cats lost by 41 on the ACC network. Fire Stoops.
Fire him. It's trending. It's picking up steam off the fake accounts.
Lance Miller, y'all need to start paying on what's going on at Kentucky right now. I think he's saying paying attention. Oh, we're paying attention, buddy. We are paying attention. Junior, let's get something. Mike, you called it a few weeks ago that Kiffin might not be the best person, and man, he burned everything down. Time to support Coach. Appreciate you, Junior. Let me ask you this, Shane.
Yes.
Florida, did they dodge a bullet by not getting Lane Kiffin?
Yeah. Yes. Because something that you said, and that it resonates. I know you think I don't pay attention all the time, which is true, but I do pay attention when you said this, and that it's going to happen again. LSU is not the final stop for Lane Kiffin. And now that's not saying that LSU can't have some fantastic seasons with Lane Kiffin. Right. Ole Miss had some fantastic season. Tennessee had a moment with Lane Kiffin, you know. Right. But ultimately, I feel like there's a handful of jobs that will, and I'm looking at the NFL. I feel like the next stop is the NFL because he wants to beat Nick Saban. Something Nick Saban couldn't do is coach in the NFL. So as soon as he gets a championship, I don't be surprised if he don't head to greener pastures.
Right. And I think, Shane, again, in all the we hate LSU, literally never said that, except for Shane just said it. And he's talking about this last year team because it was pathetic to watch. I think he will win a national championship at LSU. Mm-hmm. I never said it otherwise. I just said this was dirty. And I say he don't give a shit about you. I tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And I think had he went to Florida, he probably would have won down there too. You know what? I mean, I don't know. I think he's a really good coach. But I think there is a chance. Again, I said this, and I kind of believe this as well. There is a chance, maybe not a fantastic chance, but there is a chance that he never has a team, whether it's LSU, Alabama, Texas, wherever the hell he's at in 3 years. He doesn't have as good a team as he's got right now in Ole Miss. Yeah. And the fact that he walked away from it.
And coordinators. I feel like coordinators. Yeah. You know, he's taking Watts with him, but, you know,
wives. I thought you said wives.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking a couple of them too. Trust me.
Yeah. Now he's a Mormon. Yeah. No. Is that the ones with a bunch of wives of Mormons? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you, man. I feel like he's going to be because he's always found talent. He's always got the most out of that talent, and I've seen that forever. And I feel like now that he'll have more resources, not that he has a whole lot more, but he will, and that in-state talent of Louisiana, things could get very, very interesting down there. But I'm not, like I said, he's not going to be one of these that's 15 years later, we're talking about Coach Kiffin down in Baton Rouge. It ain't happening.
Hey, shout out Tim VFL, Shane Butch Jones to South Carolina.
Keep that back. As much as I'd like to see that, Mike, I wouldn't. I don't ever want to see Butch Jones in the SEC ever again.
And then Riku, we appreciate you. Good luck getting anything to say about Arkansas next year beyond. Well, that sucks. Moving on. We fans already lost hope.
What if old Silver Series is like the best coach ever? Like, what if we were just here? We are shitting on him. Cold takes exposed. 10 years from now, we're looking back at the SEC titles that he's brought to Arkansas. Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, it could happen.
That's maybe the silver lining here, Shane.
Yeah,
he's walking into pretty low expectations.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that's what you should have, but maybe that suits you better. You know, like Lane Kiffin, I don't know if you've seen the video, Shane. He landed, right? They got him in the SUVs he's driving through. He put his fist out the window, said LSU, and they said, "We ain't losing another game." They literally, there's video of the guy saying that. Like, that's the expectations Kiffin's walking into.
Yeah.
We can't lose a fucking game. Silverfield is walking into, we might not ever win one. You know, if he goes 6-6 next year, they're going to crown his ass SEC Coach of the Year. If Kiffin goes 10-2, they're going to fire him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
P5 says, let's get Silver Surfer. Somebody made that one yet? That's a good one.
Silver. Yeah, I don't know. Silver Hog, something. Bubs, appreciate you. Maybe he could be our AD at Arkansas. Come on, Lane, after you hate LSU, come on back and fix a program. Maybe he can be our AD. Oh, he just keeps saying it again. AD?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll sign up. I'll fix it. Give me a little money and a lot of food budget, and I'll take care of it.
Mike says, yeah, and what if Shane actually drank water instead of Coolers every podcast? It ain't happening. Tim says, shit. Butch would be an upgrade over the cheating dumbass at South Carolina.
Oh, man. Be careful what you... He says VFL, too. 98. Tim, where were you, man? Get off the sauce. Oh, I see. He's wanting South Carolina. I'm picking up what Tim's up to. Yeah, he'll do well over there.
and then last thing is shout out Gator. I think it was Gator Matt here in the comments.
Yeah.
What a contrast, those videos of him getting on the plane and off. But I think what he's talking about is, I know I sent you the images, and I don't know if you've seen the videos of the Ole Miss fans flipping Kiffin off.
Yeah.
And then him getting a hero's welcome in Baton Rouge, which, you know, that's any big-time coaching, that's going to happen. But I'm thinking more about, do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, Shane, when Lane Kiffin landed at Ole Miss, when he first got the job. Man, the celebration, there was a guy literally handed him the baby and said, will you kiss my baby or something? And they said, let's get you a burner phone. I mean, he was a damn king the second he stepped off and now they're booing his ass and flipping him off. And that's what it makes me think of, the contrast of when he arrived and when he left town.
I do it too. And I got to tell you, Mike, I think we found our nickname. Long John Silver.
Oh, man.
When's the last time you had Long John Silvers?
Oh, it's
ever. Have you ever had it?
Oh yeah, okay. I used to eat it, but does that even exist anymore?
Yeah, they just redid it over here in.
They have it in Morristown.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps not to look in the window. You know what I'm saying? Just grab the bag and don't see who's actually cooking the fish. You know.
The only thing I like from there is like a hush puppy.
Hush puppy, clam strips. You can't go wrong with it. Long John's good. They good. They're not great, but they get the job done. We've had the family feast a few times.
Again, remember, real quick.
Yes.
Did you see this? Have you seen this yet? Marty McGee interview Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. Yes.
And again, Marty's done a hell of a job. He's planted down there. He's waited it all damn day.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got this 3-minute interview. Mm-hmm. And Lane Kiffin, what did he do? He says, it was their decision. Called him out.
Yeah.
You know, I prayed on it, this, that, and the other. God telling me to leave, and Pete Carroll telling me to leave, and then again he goes into Shane. This is a PR. He did it in the press conference. He did it for Marty McGee. This is all. It's all. I'm sure it's his agent or whatever. You know, I can impact more lives. I was thinking of my father's funeral. I can impact more lives like my father did by going on, making up $1 jillion at LSU and touch more lives. And that's what I want. I mean, if you're buying all that bullshit, you're the same old, just ask an Ole Miss fan that was buying his E360 not 2 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all horse shit. Don't buy it. But again, if you choose to buy it,
yeah,
good for you. But that's what it is.
Look at this too. They look like they're on the border, you know.
Hey, Cousin Rick stopped by, Shane. Congrats and respect to the Longhorns, cousins. Well deserved. Happy holidays. Thank you, Rick. Play your jingle before we get out of here. But yeah, on the board.
It's Texas A&M's biggest fan, Cousin Rick. Gig 'em, Aggies.
Anything else, buddy, before we hop off here?
No. Just, hey, if there's any, just a reminder, keep those notifications on because there's still some things unsettled out there. I keep seeing Josh Heupel's name floating around. I keep seeing assistants, coaches' names popping around over here. There's still it seems like that Coach Stoops could be fired at any moment. Of course, social media is doing their damnedest right now. And social media did veto the Texas A&M thing, so let's just throw that out there. JP, I appreciate you putting the list together. Shout-outs go to Glenn Warshaw, Jimmy Meredith, Cousin JR, All Day Trey, Shin, P5 Crowdy, Jerry Pickle Nips, Brandon Norwood, Joshua Moore, Lance Miller, Jr., Tim VFL, Rinku Bailms.
Oh, there's more? Let's see. And
Cousin Rick. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. And thank you, JP, for putting that together.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, we never know. Mark Stoops, for all I know, in an hour could be fired.
Yeah.
We'll be hopping on for the 25 of you that care about that. So stay locked in. We're still going to have shows all week long. So I ain't going anywhere, Shane. Regular season's over, but the pod season never ends here. So that's all I got. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. See you guys. Go Vols. LSU sucks, man.
Hey, buddy, this beer's for you, Mike, and Cousin Shane. That SEC podcast loves the Pirate, and the Pirate loves that SEC podcast. Hail State.